day, Miss Daisy."
The boy offered a courteous bow.
"Good day, Jonathan."
Daisy replied with a curtsy of her own.
"I see you are running with the rest of the animals as usual."
Daisy giggled. Jonathan smiled.
I was, until I spotted the most beautiful animal I've ever seen before,"
Jonathan said, looking deep into the girl's eyes.
"Oh?"
Daisy gasped, sensing a compliment.
"But then I saw you and left the fawn to go play without me,"
Jonathan said suddenly, erupting with laughter. Daisy was surprised and joined the laughter. She hit Jonathan playfully. Jonathan stopped laughing as something else caught his attention. Daisy noticed Jonathan's intense stare and turned to see what he was looking at. Their town was being overrun by creatures that resembled zombies but caused disorientation and fear to look upon.
"What in the name of madness is that?"
Daisy gasped. Before Jonathan could answer, a tendril reached from out of a dimensional pocket, not visible to the naked eye, and grabbed Daisy.
"Daisy!"
Jonathan gasped as he reached to grab hold of her.
"Jonathan!"
Daisy screamed as the tendril ripped her through the dimensional rip. Jonathan reached through. He managed to grab her dress tightly. He was but a young boy, however, and the tendril possessed greater strength. The dress tore and the dimensional rip closed, leaving Jonathan standing alone, holding the torn fabric of his childhood love. He was standing in shock and rage when one of the creatures came upon him. It struck him hard and knocked him to the ground. He dropped the torn fabric as he impacted and rolled over to see the nightmarish creature preparing to finish him off. He focused. He struggled to keep his attention on the features of the creature that were impossible for the mind of an adult to understand, but not of the mind of a child with an imagination. Jonathan was scared, frightened beyond words as he viewed the creature. Its facial features seemed to move across its flesh. An eye might trade places with its nose, or an ear might move to the top of its head. It was random and maddening to view for most. Jonathan pushed through the fear. Jonathan rolled to his feet and drew out his small dagger and drove it through the skull of the creature. The creature was heavier than Jonathan and fell upon him. Jonathan roared as he twisted the dagger over and over to wind the wound. He didn't stop until his father had come and pulled the already dead creature off him. "Jonathan!" The boy's dad gasped as he pulled him close in a tight hug. Jonathan picked up the pieces of fabric and clung to it as his father held him close. Jonathan sobbed. His father cried as he stood and carried his son away from the burning town they once called home.